Welcome to Honestly Dawn, where you get real, raw, relevant with your hosts, Dawn Keegan and Ahmed Almodovar.
Welcome to Honestly Dawn, the relationship segment. You're here with Dawn and Ahmed. And tonight I want to talk about, I'm sorry. Hi, Ahmed.
Don't forget about me, man. I gotta say something.
Dawn just jumps right in there. She's just so excited.
That's him over there. Forget about him. Let's just move on. Get this thing going. You gonna talk about this, and I may say something. Maybe.
He's superfluous to the entire subject. No, you're very important to this. All right, so the discussion tonight, the conversation, the question is, do men and women have a different definition of dating? When you say, I want to date, okay, first of all, I'm going to start with this question. Okay. On your dating profiles, what do you say? Do you say, I'm looking to date, I'm looking for a relationship, or do you say, what do you say?
For me?
Yes, for you.
Oh, man. Okay, so right now it would say that I don't even put those definitions on it because everybody reads into these things really weird. Makes any sense. So I kind of just put it as in, what I'd really like to start with the foundation is a real friendship, but mostly I'm looking for somebody who makes me not want to be on this dating site anymore. That's kind of how I put it. Because I think that's the only clear way to make people understand. Like, it's not like, because dating or long-term or this and that, different definitions, different terms scare people off, right? So when you say I'm here for dating, a lot of women hear, oh, he's just trying to be casual. And when you see you're here for long-term, then a lot of women hear, oh no, he's trying to already settle down, and I ain't even met the dude yet. Like there's these weird things that we do with these definitions, right? Depending on whoever's had the experience in the past. So I like to just keep it as simple as possible, that I'm really just looking for the one that makes me not want to be on here anymore. Plain and simple. That's it. You figure out what that means.
Well, and I guess that's similar to what I say. I say I have no agenda. I don't have an end goal. However, I tend to believe that you and I are a little different in that respect. I mean, no, I don't mean you and I different from each other, but different from other people.
Yeah.
My perception or my thought is, and maybe it's a age demographic thing, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
all right.
My feeling is that frequently there is a goal or an agenda attached to whatever it is that we're doing. It's, for me, like you say, for me, I want to find someone who wants, who just does it for me, who just, but it's not, I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm just looking for someone who just kind of, you just, like you say, enjoy being around, makes you not care about all the rest of it.
Right.
But do you think that in general, that there's a difference between, when a man says, and for instance, okay, I guess this is probably what prompted the question. I have had people approach me, and on their profile, they said, looking for a relationship. But then they approach me and they say, let's just have fun. It's like, you know what? What you're saying is not, they're not congruent here. Fun is okay. Relationship is possible. But if you say one thing and then come at me with another, that doesn't seem fair. So do you think that there's different goals or different mindsets for people?
Nah, okay, all right. So let's separate the two. I think that people know when they're dating, they know what. I think we all have the general conception of what dating is, right? So once we start dating, or once we went on one date, after anything after that would be considered dating, right? If you go on your first meet and greet, whatever, you'd be dating, so to speak. Not saying we're exclusive, not saying that you're the only one, but we're currently going on some dates. Whatever. That's an easy way to, that's an easy transition. But online, what we say on our profiles is mostly reactionary to what we've had happen to us. So if a girl goes on there and says that I'm not looking for nothing serious, a lot of times if you talk to her, it's because every dude that she got beforehand was always like, let's get married today, let's get married today. You know, it's like as soon as they started talking, this person was like, let's do it. So she goes on trying to head that off at the pass and say, I just want, you know, I want to take it slow, I want to be casual, whatever. But I can tell you, that's not exactly what she means. Because a lot of times, rarely does anybody ever put exactly what they mean. Because she'll meet that guy who's actually the guy that she's like, all right, now this one's actually kind of cool. And all of a sudden, that casual will turn into, so what's up? What we doing? We gonna be together? You're like, I thought you just wanted casual. That's what I read. You wanted casual. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what we put on our profiles usually has nothing to do with what's actually going to happen. And I will base that down on even the greatest one that the girls like to mention all the time is, I'm not here for a hookup. It's what's written on every girl's profile, 90% of them. I'm not here for a hookup. I'm not here for that. If you want that, swipe left, whatever, right? That's what they all say. And I always tell women, men, and whoever will listen, just because a woman says that does not preclude that she does not mean she will not be hooking up with you.
Right. What
that means is she doesn't want you coming at her. So y'all mad at me for that? I'll be like what I'm talking about.
Somebody's calling you out. They're saying liar, bullshit.
Look, I don't think, first of all, what it means is she doesn't want you coming at her like that. She doesn't want you treating her like a piece of meat. But the truth is, she still might hook up with you that time you first meet her, or the second time, whatever. She just doesn't want you coming at her that way.
That's true. Don't make assumptions. Yeah.
Right. Don't come at me like straight up sending me a D pic, and you know already saying what's up, can we get down? Yeah. That's what she's literally telling you. Whatever. So all I'm saying is, when you are reading casual and dating and all these other things on a social media profile, meaning a dating profile, usually doesn't mean exactly the same thing as when we're saying it when we're actually talking about it for real. Like, when you actually have a conversation with somebody, that casual will turn into, well, sure, if I met somebody who I liked, you know, yeah, I'd like to be with them, and blah, blah, blah. But we don't have room for all that on the dating profile.
Well, and again, that's why I always say no agenda. But I guess my perception, or what I have seen is that when women say dating, they are thinking, and again, I really do think a lot of this may be age relative, but I think that a lot of times when women say dating, they have an end result or an end goal in mind, an agenda in mind. And it feels like oftentimes when men say dating, it's, you know, and it's for women too. And I guess really this is what I was getting at. You know, women are thinking, go out and do things together. For me, it doesn't mean spend money on me. It means let's go hiking. Let's just spend time together. Let's get out from behind the bedroom walls, whatever. But for men, dating means, baby, where's the bedroom, where's the, and you never see outside of your home. It's always, wham bam, thank you ma'am, or whatever. It just feels
True.
like it's a
I think
tooth.
a lot of men will do that to you, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but this all goes back to the general topic that we always talk about. Women control the destiny. Whatever they decide to dictate where this thing goes, that's where it will go. It's just that women a lot of times don't use their own power or accept less. So it will go, if you want to for real be dating and out and about, then why are you agreeing to come over dude's house and Netflix and chill? You just did that to yourself. And you tell that person, and this even goes for a man, if what you want to do is be out and about, then that person has to meet you out and about. You know what I'm saying?
Once you get through the door, it's all over. Is that what you're telling me?
We coming and offering, like, well, just come on over and you, that's not what you want to do, but you're coming on over and sitting down on the couch. You know what was going on. Come on now. I'm just saying. I'm being truthful.
Okay. All right. So, all right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's another way to ask this that makes more sense.
Okay.
I'm just not sure. It just, like I said, I feel, and again, I know that I'm not typical. I know that because of my age, because of my professional status, because of my experiences, I'm not that far removed from divorce. It's like,
right.
I know that I'm different. I don't have the biological clock quick ticking long ago, so I know that I'm different. And I am thankful for that. Trust me. But it's difficult for me to understand maybe, or to really quantify what the parameters are, because my thought process is a little different than other people's. But it just feels to me like that there's a huge disconnect between in the definition of that word dating. It just seems very muddled and not very defined anymore. I was seeing a guy in Austin for a while who no dating, and what no dating meant, it was weird. He could help me move. He could then spend an entire day, that kind of stuff. But that was helpful. That's what we do for friends. But I couldn't cook for him because that was dating. It's like, it was very confusing to me. It was like, I don't know. But we have these weird definitions for things. And it feels like men and women's definition is different. But again, that could be my skewed perception. I don't know.
It was, like we said, just to bring it all back to the forefront, what we put on the dating profiles is always different than what we really mean.
So how in the world do we have any kind of honest dialogue, or how in the world do you even get started when what you say you want and what you are actually after are totally different? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, but it's general parameters. And like I said, it's all dictated on what you're experiencing on the dating networks.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, every person I see as far as females, they revise their profiles, and you can tell they've been on dating networks for a certain period of time once the revision happens.
Right.
Because at first it starts off like,
right.
I don't know what I'm doing here, and just looking, and it's all just it's all general. And after they've been on there for about
don't do this and don't
a
do
couple
that.
hours or whatever, then after they've got a few deep pics or whatever, now all of a sudden it's like, don't send me no crazy pictures. You better have a job. Like the whole demeanor totally changed what they're looking for. And so I just think that it's more like, for females, what they're putting on their profiles is more reactionary.
Right.
And I think for men, they're putting on a more generalized statement that they think, kind of works.
Right.
I'm just putting a generalized statement. I think it works. They're not putting as much deep thought into it as what women would read into it, because that's the problem between the sexes. Men with general thing, women start getting deep. Like, so he said dating. I'm wondering exactly what he means by dating. You know, and so
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I criticize. I mean, I deep think, as I call it. Yeah, I pick apart. It's I may do it very quickly, but yeah, I definitely do it. And you're right. I have revised things. It's, you know, it started off with, because when I first started, I was like, you know, I don't really know, you know. And then after a while, it's like, okay, look, I don't have an agenda. Yes, if the right person comes along, I'm all in. But don't oh, time's up. Don't approach me that way. And like you said, don't make assumptions. Do not take me for granted. What? I apparently do not know how to turn this thing off. I got too many things going on here, and I do not. Okay, all right, it's off. Okay, so we got to wrap it up pretty quick. But yeah, that's the thing. You're right. I have revised a million times, and after a while, it's like, look, here's the deal.
yeah, I'm telling you.
To reach Dawn, this is what you have to do. So yeah, I get
exactly.
That, so.
That's what I'm saying. I can always tell. I'm on there. I'm reading. I know what's going on. I'm like, yeah, man. Somebody would already jacked her up, man. Somebody did some crazy stuff, and now she totally revised her original.
Yeah, and it's not a single person. It's not a you know, one person did me wrong kind of thing. It's like, okay, this is nonsense. You know, cut it out. This is
a bunch of dudes do it, a bunch in a row. Yeah, I got it. So, yeah.
Okay, all right. So wrap it up. Tell me definition of dating.
Well, there is no clear definition on dating profiles. I'll tell you, we've already solved that. Just saying dating or saying casual or saying long term or saying whatever you're saying, it could totally change.
It's like the news. Don't believe what you read.
I do not believe anything that you just read on that profile. I think that's defined once you guys start talking on what realistic goals are. And for women, I think more than men, and this is mainly for men to understand, that women always think way further down the line than men. And so if you're that person that start to spark that interest, they've already seen the future. Yeah. And so they'll start talking in those terms. You just have to start recognizing what they mean. I'm not talking about saying move in and stuff, but I'm saying that they'll start showing you that type of, we're driving down that road or whatever. So you can kind of tell immediately if a woman has that interest into you, based on what kind of chemistry you guys got going on or whatever.
So you're saying we're more transparent than you are? Is that what you're saying?
I think that you try to be, but you know, obviously men don't get the signal, so I think that you try to. You know what I'm saying? You know, we talk about something, but anyways, yes, I just think that it's have a real conversation, and you can really figure out what the definition.
You do have to get good at the nuances and the subtleties of this sort of thing, so.
Right.
All right. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Ahmed, again, for making me smile. You always keep it entertaining.
That's my point. And did you want?
All right. So you can find us on all social media channels at Honestly Dawn, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.